Good morning, children. Let us continue with the poem. In the last class, I had taken the poem Meadow Surprises. In that first, we had seen the introduction about the poet, that is Louis Brander Phillips. Then words and their meanings were read out. Hope everyone has written the words and the meanings in your notes, isn't it? And the poem was explained. So I told this poem is for memorization. So every day you can learn one stanza and keep it ready. Orally this poem will be asked. Okay, now let us continue with the summary of the poem. So what we had studied in the Meadow Surprises, the poet advises people to have a keen eye and a sharp ear when they walk on a green field, a park, or even under a dump of trees, and they will notice and hear many wonderful things. So the poet here is explaining the beauty of the nature. We have to enjoy it. If you look very keenly, the meadows will have lot of surprises. The velvet grass can tell you something when you walk softly over them. The river will have something for you to listen. In the garden, you might have seen a butterfly sitting on a buttercup, unfolding its drinking straws to sip the sweet nectar. You may see a rabbit who might be sitting still, though you may not see it until it hops. A dandelion which was golden yellow few days ago has turned into fuzzy head, and when you blow air it flies like parachutes. When you explore the meadow houses, you might find burrows in the ground. You might also observe ants' amazing mound and a nest built under tall grasses. The poet again reinforces that meadows have many surprises and many things to tell you. You would discover only if you look carefully and listen well. So this is the summary of the poem Meadow Surprises. So I have explained you, and this was the summary. So now only explanation was over. Now let us see the grammar part of the poem. So now first let me read the poem, then explain you what grammar we have in this. So meadow have surprises. You can find them if you look. Walk softly through the velvet grass and listen by the brook. So now here meadow surprises, the heading itself, meadow and surprises. So singular and plurals. Meadow is singular, surprises is plural. So like this we have in the poem singulars and plurals. So the first word itself is meadow, meadows. Then surprise, surprises. Then you have grass, grasses, like that. So in the first stanza itself you have two singulars and plurals. Now let us see in the next stanza. You may see a butterfly rest upon a buttercup and unfold its drinking straws to sip the nectar up. So here in the first line, butterfly, butterflies, isn't it? So then straw, straws. So like this you will get the singulars and plural when you read the poem stanza by stanza. You may scare a rabbit who is sitting very still. Though at first you may not see him, when he hops you will. So rabbit, rabbits. Singular is rabbit. Rabbits is plural. Then again hop, hops. The next stanza. A dandelion whose fuzzy head was golden days ago has turned to airy parachutes that flutter when you blow. Now here again, day, days, parachute, parachutes, isn't it? Like this we can find the singulars and plurals in each stanza. Explore the meadow houses, the burrows in the ground, a nest beneath tall grasses, the ants' amazing mound. So here again house, houses, burrow, burrows, grass, grasses, ant, ants, Like this we have singulars as well as the plurals. Now in the last stanza, oh, meadows have surprises and many things to tell. You may discover these yourself if you look and listen well. Think things. Then look. No, past tense and I'm asking you the singulars and the plurals. Again, meadow and meadows, surprise and surprises. Then think things. So like this we have found all the singulars as well as the plurals of the poem stanza wise. Now let us see. Now here there are some multiple choice questions which you may get it. So let us discuss this. Like this the multiple choice questions will be there. Meadows hide. So 4 options will be given to you. Where do they hide? Grasses, houses, mounds, surprises. So what will they hide? They'll hide the surprises. Then the next question is, butterfly looks like a buttercup, wild plant, drinking straws, all. So the answer is butterfly looks like a drinking straws. Then the third question is, the rabbit is scared because runs away, hops away, jumps away and none. So the rabbit is scared because runs away. When it is scared, it will run away. The fourth one is, poet asks us to dash meadow houses. So he is asking us to explore the meadow houses. Question number 5, Ants Hill is a small beneath the grass, amazing inside burrow. So the answer is Ants Hill is amazing. So like this multiple choice questions can be asked to you for the test. Okay. Then now we had discussed already the singulars and the plurals. So now in this poem, which are the singulars and plurals well found out? Let us see. Meadow, meadows. Surprise, surprises. Grass, grasses. Straw, straws. Butterfly, butterflies. Hop, hops. Day, days. Then parachute, parachutes. House, houses. Burrow, burrows. Ant, ants. So like this 11 singulars and plurals we have found out. If you get still more, you can write it. Okay. Now next, this was what we have discussed was singulars and plurals. Now let us see the opposites in the poem. The other name for the opposites is antonyms. So an antonym is a word that is the opposite meaning of another. So what is antonym? It is a word that is the opposite meaning of the another. A word that has exact opposite meaning of another word is its antonym. So a word which has exactly the opposite meaning of the another word, that word is its antonym. A word having opposite meaning to another. Fast is an antonym of slow. So fast is the opposite of slow. Life is full of antonyms, from the stop and go of traffic signal to side by side restroom doors labeled men, women. So here we can see life. What is opposite of life? Death, isn't it? That is the opposite. Then stop, go. On this thing, traffic signals, you might have seen. When you get the red signal, you stop, and when you get the green, go. So stop, go. Then every washrooms or wherever you have the malls and all, there it will be written clothes, like maybe clothes, shoes, whatever it is, it will be written there, men, women. So like this opposites. Most antonyms are pretty obvious, like good and bad. So some of the antonyms are very pretty, and obviously we tell them, when we tell good, automatically it comes bad. Black, white. Some words can be transformed into their antonyms simply by adding the prefixes. So some antonyms, opposites, can also be completed by adding the prefixes. Already we have learnt what is a prefix. before the word it is added. For example, un, in or non. For example, like, it is changed into its antonym as unlikable. In, out. Non, living, non-living. Like that. Opposite of, we can add the prefix and complete the antonym. Happy, unhappy. Like that. Inner, outer. Isn't it? So like this we add the prefix and transformed into their antonyms. By simply adding the prefixes we complete the opposites. So now in this poem, what are the opposites we have learned? In the first stanza we have softly. So hard, the opposite is soft. Then next is listen here. Then you can write it as ignore. Then rest. It may be work. Opposite of rest is work. Fold, unfold here. Isn't it? Then next, sitting. You can write it as standing. First, last. Then next paragraph, next stanza. Then explore, that is implore. Explore, implore. Or you can write it as unexpectedly, unexplore, expectedly, unexpectedly. Beneath, above. Then so like this we have to find the opposites from each stanza in the poem. So here I have found some of the opposites. You can just see it, including from the poem. So what is a antonym? An antonym is a word that has the opposite meaning of another word. So external, internal. Fall, rise. So antonyms are nothing but opposites. Fast, slow. Fat, thin. Fat, skinny also can be there. Few, many. First, last. Forgive, blame. Forward, backward. Funny, sad. Giant, tiny. Give, receive. Healthy, sick. Heaven, hell. Up, down. Win, lose. Heavy, light. Husband, wife. Identical, different. Increase, decrease. Inside, outside. Junior, senior. Large, small. Laugh, cry. Lazy, diligent. Legal, illegal. Like, dislike. So here this is a prefix. Isn't it? Dislike. We are adding the prefix like, dislike, or unlike also. Lock, unlock. Again here it is a prefix we are adding. Un, un, un. Lock, unlock. Long, short. Loud, quiet. Major, minor. Tough, easy. Isn't it? So these are the opposites. Which here on the left side we have the words, and on the right side we have the opposite of that word. So now these are the few opposites which are found in the poem. That is fold, unfold. Rest, work. Find, lose. Scare, calm. Tall, short. Beneath, above. Hop, sit. Listen, ignore. So these many opposites. Now the next grammar part from this poem is rhyming words. You already might know what are rhyming words. So now let us see what are rhyming words. Rhyming words are two or more words that have the same or similar ending sound. Some examples of rhyming words are goat, boat, float, coat. Can you hear? When you are figuring out it, two words rhyme, So when we are same pronunciation will end with the same pronunciation, isn't it? So use your ears to listen as you say the words. If they sound the same or the similar, so when you're pronouncing, if they sound the same or similar, they rhyme. For example, car, bar, this will rhyme. House, mouse, this also will rhyme. If the two words sound different, they do not rhyme. Okay, so what are rhyming words? Which will sound the same or similar, and which will not sound the same or similar, they are not the rhyming words or rhyme words. For example, car and man, they do not rhyme, isn't it? Different. Their sound is different. Sound is not the same. House and grass, these also will not rhyme. So now here in the poem, in the first stanza itself, you see what are the rhyming words? Look, brook, isn't it? These are the rhyming words. Then in the second stanza, not in the second stanza, third stanza you can take, still, will. Here again these two are the rhyming words. Then in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth stanza, houses, grasses, isn't it? They will sound the same. So they are the rhyming words. Again, ground, mount. Then tell, well. So now from each stanza we have found the rhyming words. So in the first stanza, what I said you, look and brook, isn't it? How they are pronouncing at the end, it will, when you pronounce, they'll sound the same. For example, you see, look, brook. Then still, will. Houses, grasses. Ground, mount. Tell, well. So these are the rhyming words. Now let us study about few more rhyming words. Now you see here, suit, boot, juice, goose, rope, soap, fork, cork, curry, worry, bowl, goal, match, patch, lamp, tramp. No, this won't be. Lamp, tramp. This is not a rhyming word. Plane, train, book, took, chiss, please, tail, snail, lollipop, flip-flop, backpack, attack. So like this we have the rhyming words. These I have shown you the example, and you can write only from the textbook in the poem what are, you have to write only those rhyming words. This just to make you understand I have written it. So from the textbook only you have to write it. That is, look, brook, still, will, houses, grasses, ground, mount, tell, well. So these are the rhyming words from the poem. Okay. Then we have, what all we have studied today in the poem? We have studied about singulars and the plurals. Then we have found out the antonyms, nothing but these are the opposites. Then we have found the rhyming words. So these are the three grammar parts what we had discussed in the poem. So now already there was a paragraph writing, isn't it? Read carefully the two paragraphs given below and supply the words that are not given. So I had completed on that day itself these two paragraphs. You have to write it with a pencil and complete it. Then now here the first two questions are true or false. The first one is meadow hides secrets. So what it is, true or not true? Okay, it is true. The grass in this meadow has grown tall. So again you have to write true or not true. So the answer is true. So the first question also is true and the second question answer also is true. First and second both are true, the answers. So now the question answers will be given to you all in the form of PDF. you can write it. Even the singulars, plurals, as well as opposites from the poem and the rhyming words also I'll be sending in the PDF. You can write it. Okay, and please complete your notes and keep revising. Then about the notes correction, so every Monday you will be having the notes correction of 7th standard, all the subjects. So your parents must bring the notes and keep it and collect it on the next day, that is Tuesday. Okay, so like this we correct the notes and give to you all, and it is not compulsory. According to your convenience you have to bring your notes for correction. Okay, then regarding the activity, Miss had already given to you the activity about wild animals. You have to stick and write about the wild animals. So once again I am telling you, you have to write it in the A4 size sheet and write about that particular wild animal 3 to 4 lines, and don't go for the internets and all to search for the pictures and all. You have to take it from your old books. Okay, you might be having your brothers, sisters, or you might be having the chart last year what you all have done the project and all. No, in that you will be having the pictures. So take the pictures from that and stick it and draw the lines neatly and write and bring it. So this activity, for this first we have given now the English activity. So now next you will be getting Kannada, then Hindi, then maths, then social, then science, like this. But already I have told you science, you keep it ready, but subject wise weekly will be giving you the activity, and along with the notes you have to bring that activity and get corrected, and you have to maintain a file. Okay, you have to maintain a file, and in that file, now supposing English is over, you have to keep in that. Then after next subject, again in the papers only you have to continue, again you have to file it up those papers. So like this, every time when we give the activities you have to keep it safely, and you will be getting the marks for this. Okay, then children, you have to read the lesson, complete your notes, and now we are sending you all the lessons on YouTube, isn't it? So please don't share any videos or anything to others. Sister has strictly warned, isn't it, for you all also, and she has told us also to tell. So I am telling you, please don't share any videos, don't give any link to others. It is only for you all. You have to open it, you have to see the videos, complete your notes and follow it, isn't it? So whatever is incomplete now, you will not have any problem. You can see this videos, or you can see this classes and complete your notes and keep it up to the mark, and you will be having the test also very soon. So keep all the subjects notes completed, corrected, and keep revising. Okay, don't keep anything pending, be learning. Okay, now PDF notes I'll send you in the next class of this poem, Meadow Houses Question and Answers, that you can write it in your notes. By that time, whatever work I have given you, meanings I have given you, paragraph writing I have given you, and you have to learn the poem by heart, isn't it? So this much you all can do and keep it ready. By the time you will get the notes. Okay, thank you.